about home. They're married to real estate.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the podcast for people who love real estate and want to become inspired and informed. Whether you are a newbie real estate agent looking to get tips, learn a thing or two, or maybe you're a savvy property owner who wants to get a jump on the market, this is the place for you. We discuss our passion for real estate and people, and we bring together our personal experiences as well as our guests to learn from each other. You'll hear from experts in sales coaching, real estate law, mortgage lending, investing, and many local business owners on how to grow your business or your investment in real estate. I'm Mary McCauley.
I'm Mary Forster.
And we are Married to Real Estate. All right, everyone. Welcome back. Mary, good to see you.
Good to see you, Mary.
How's everything going? What's been happening in your world?
Things are good. Things are really good. That silly virus is around getting everybody with colds, but so now I'm healthier. I have two great referrals out right now. One is an odd property, meaning, what do they call it? A unique property in Watertown Square. So, and I'm so happy because I looked far and wide for the right realtor to represent the seller. Because it was when you have unique properties, you've got to either just kind of hold your nose and go with it, or get somebody who knows what they're doing, especially in the town. Because the zoning is unusual. And then a relative of mine said, "Look, I have this piece of property I inherited in Littleton. I don't know if it's buildable. What am I supposed to do?" Nice. So I gave Peter Thompson a call and said, "Peter, I know you've done lots of land in Littleton. This may not turn out to be anything. You've probably walked every square foot of this in your trails." And so he has a lot of experience in the town hall and stuff. Great. So anyway, I love doing those kinds of referrals.
Yeah, you are a very good connector.
Oh, yeah.
You find the right people, the right realtor. Mm-hmm. You're good at matchmaking, for sure.
Right, exactly.
I know.
Matchmaker.
Yeah, there you go.
So those are two fun things right now. And then lots of Rotary stuff, and it's a busy time of year.
Yeah, it really is. So I just came back from Florida. I was at a business planning clinic with James Shaw, which is, I've been with him since the pandemic started. So since March of 2020, we've been doing a daily call Monday through Friday, and we've done some in-person events. He used to be KW Education. Now he's got his own gig through this. And it's incredible. We had Dr. Benjamin Hardy, who co-wrote 10X is Better Than 2X and not, Who Not How, and a couple of other books. So very, very, top-notch speakers, millionaire real estate agents from around the country, teaching all the models of the Gary Keller millionaire real estate model. So the budget model, the lead gen model, the economic model, it was just incredible. Plus I got to see, my other family, 192 other agents, really fun in Safety Harbor, Florida, which is James Shaw's hometown. So that was really good. A couple of days of learning. And then I came back and listed a property in Chelmsford. So I've got open houses there, 10 Carriage Drive, in Chelmsford. So I'm doing that this weekend. And then, I've got blessing baskets that I'm doing. Andrea's doing a basket, and Mary, you donated money for baskets, so thank you both very much. Mm-hmm. I think we're going to end up with about 60 baskets, or 65. Wonderful. The Clear Path New England, they had said, we'll take 25. And I go, sounds good. I don't know. It's the first year I'm doing it. So I just reached out to them. I'm like, I'm going to have double that. They're like, great. So They're so excited. Good. And that drop-off is Wednesday the 15th at Tavern in Littleton. So that's been very exciting. And then I've got Photos with Santa holiday thing that's coming up Sunday of Thanksgiving weekend. And those proceeds are going to benefit WestfordCAT this year, so I'm excited about that, and it's right ahead of the town tree lighting. So, wonderful. And then I'm going to take December off. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to sleep for a lot of
Florida.
days. Yes, exactly. Yes. But I'm so excited about our guest because not only was she my former neighbor, but also had my son, taught him in school at Robinson, and then we have a new venture, which I'll let her talk about. It's not so new, but we're coming up on our 2-year anniversary, so I'm very excited about that. But our guest today is Andrea Imbriaco. So hi, Andrea.
Hey, Andrea.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thank
welcome.
you for having me today.
Yes,
Great.
Thanks for coming. We had to wait a little bit outside today.
Chill down a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. So we got to just hang out a little bit beforehand. So Andrea, tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I am married to my husband, Tony, and a mom to these 3 wonderful young men who our middle son, Ryan, just got married last summer. And we have Dan, who lives in Charlestown, and Chris right now, who is actually just landed in Japan to visit my brother and sister-in-law with his girlfriend. So super lucky about that. I have lived in Westford for the past 30 years. I'm a recently retired school teacher, taught 4th grade for a little bit, and then reading, and then special education.
Wonderful.
So that's given me an opportunity to venture into other things and, do some volunteer work and start 100 Women Who Care. So.
Yeah, so tell us more about 100 Women. So you basically retired from teaching, right?
Yes.
And then thought, what am I going to do with myself?
So I have a woman that I know who lives in the North Shore who started 100 Women Who Care Boston North. And the whole notion of a giving circle was just really interesting to me because it's about gathering a group of people who have shared values and collectively donating to a charity versus, $50 here, $100 there, which isn't quite as impactful. But, in something like 100 Women Who Care, you're essentially getting, let's say, 100 women. In our case, we have more than that, who gather quarterly and donate $100. We nominate 3 charities, and all those charities are nominated by the members themselves. We randomly pick 3 charities to speak at our quarterly giving events, learn about the amazing mission that they each have, all the great work that they do. And then the winner of the Impact Award receives $10,000. And then we have chosen as a group to divide the difference for the other 2 charities. So everyone leaves a winner to support, the amazing work that they're doing. So it's been super rewarding.
Is there a maximum number? Like you have over 100 members now. What happens when you get 200 members?
That's something for us to give thought to moving forward. Right now, we have approximately 150. So, in fact, at our September giving event, we ended up donating $15,000 in total. So, $10,000 to the Impact Award recipient, which was the Merrimack Valley Food Bank. And then the other 2 charities, they received $2,500 each.
So impactful.
Yeah. In addition, too, we were asked to participate in the Richard Schultz Family Foundation grant project. He's the guy who started Best Buy, and they've always done their own philanthropy, but they have decided to jump into the 100 Alliance organization, which is what 100 Women Who Care is part of. There's like 100 men who care, there's 100 teens who care, 100 people who care. We're part of 100 Women Who Care. But anyways, we were asked to participate, and so at our last 3 Impact Award recipients have also been able to get a $5,000 grant from their foundation. So that's super exciting.
That was awesome.
It's such an incredible bonus. And so I was lucky enough, you invited me to help form the group in Westford, the Greater Westford chapter. So thank you for that. And as part of, Mary and Mary's a member. Along
2
with,
years.
Yes,
2 years.
from the very start, you were like, where do I sign up?
Where do I sign up, Mary?
Yeah, I know. Which yes, we appreciate.
I love it.
So what do you think has how starting this has impacted you the most?
So when I decided to leave teaching, something like, I started out my first degree was in social work, and it was something that I've always wanted to do in regards to I've always tried to do volunteer work, but as a teacher, teaching is the most rewarding thing, but it's so hard. It's so time consuming, and you find that you don't have very much bandwidth to do much else. So I thought, well, this is my opportunity. I knew I needed to have a plan to do something. So this is my opportunity to like really dig in. And it was a lot of work on the front end. And I was so lucky enough to have one of the smartest things that I did was to bring people in like Mary McCauley, Sue Hanley, Jeannie Morrissey, Beth Matthews, and now like Donna Lobo. And they're all people within our communities who know a lot of people who are involved in different things and who, we all have our special talents. So that was probably the best thing that I did because it enabled us to really develop this organization and to grow and, to invite a lot of different people. In fact, we have so many realtors. It's crazy, which is really kind of fun.
We sponsored the last meeting and there were like 10 or 11 of us.
$30 or something.
Right?
It was nothing.
Yeah. We compete a lot with that.
Yeah.
But I think it's so humbling to see people get together, but also like all the different charities that we have, and the work that they do and how committed everyone is. And so it's just super rewarding to be able to, in our crazy world, have some control, right? We have like a little bit of control here because we can help other charities, other organizations do work. And through that, we all become educated. We learn about all these different nonprofits and the work that they do. So you have people who are, that's really kind of interesting. I'd like to get involved in that. Or maybe they've become board members or, they're making donations in their own way.
Yeah, we did. I had never heard of the Paul Center. They were one of our award recipients.
Center, right.
And I happened to be in charge of Keller Williams Red Day, our one day where the whole company worldwide does a day of volunteering. And we did as an office, Market Center, we went to the Paul Center and raked and cleaned and did that. And it was really impactful for us as an office because usually we were scattered all over to different places to help out. This was one of the best ones that we've had in our Market Center ever, is what most of the people said. It was.
You don't even know it's there. I drove by Paul Center so often, and then since 100 Women, the Rotary went over there and did their holiday party for the kids, and it was freezing cold. And
so cold. I was there
beautiful,
as well.
Just beautiful. We had a wonderful, wonderful time.
Yeah.
But you're right. It is. We collectively uncover these organizations. The two that, when I spoke for Rotary, I love villages. The village for Lancaster and I forget what other towns. Bolton, yeah, and I think the third.
Yeah,
I think, and there was a third one too, Boxborough maybe or something like that. I knew villages from AARP because so many retirees. We were all baby boomers there at the time, and so we've all kind of gone our way. But many have now touched all these communities and have set up villages. So I had no idea we had a village nearby.
Right.
And it was awesome, awesome. It just broke my heart, to just to hear some of the need. And
oh, yeah. And the need is, that you've never even thought of how, the amount of tears when, like the food bank, just at the last meeting, when they burst into tears. Like a lot of these, there's not a dry eye in the house. Right. And then you see that, you said for Rotary, that was very impactful to your mission as a Rotary.
Oh, it was unbelievable because we had gone down to zero during COVID, just zero. And I was new to Rotary and they said, okay, so you're going to make the presentation. It was our second time. Apparently. And I thought, oh, wow, this is really tough. This is a Rotary established organization. And these are two wonderful local grassroots organizations. And how does that play out? And the other thing I thought of is I'm a professional speaker, so I had the advantage of being able to present the club and in a way that I know is a successful way. But those two other people, their hearts were so big. I just sat there thinking, your heart is so big. You read that very nicely, but next time don't read it,
Right. And keep it to the 5 minutes. Not 15.
It was fun.
Well, we have some challenges. What do you think the biggest challenges are of running 100 Women Who Care Greater Westford?
So originally, it was kind of surprising to me that it was a lot harder to get 100 women than I expected. Everyone is involved in a lot of different things, and And it was like a leap of faith that people had to take to participate in this, right? Because there were a lot of questions about, well, what if I don't like where the money is going? Or, it was one of those like funny things. And it really was like people had to take that leap of faith. But I think eventually it became word of mouth and, people just supporting one another. And yeah, so that was definitely surprising to me on the front end was, it's like, kept crawling lists like, well, 5 more people joined, it's like, what? That's it,
Well, I think it's a concept that not everybody gets at first pass.
Exactly.
Because I know I was talking about it when I was down in Florida with, 190 realtors, and they were like, what is it? And I said, this is what you do, and this is how it works. And like we spent a lot of time poolside, which was nice, in 80-degree weather, chatting it up. But I did have someone that reached out to me about maybe starting a chapter in Atlanta. So it's really cool, the ripples.
Yeah, so there's about... I think last I read there's approximately 750 chapters globally. So it's very popular in Canada. It's very popular in Australia. So it's a global organization, but there are many other giving circles. Like there's the Social Good Fund. There's like many others where they share the same concept of collective giving.
Right, because the concept is it's 100 women who give $100 every quarter, so that at each quarter we can make a big award of $10,000 impact award. Plus, we have the benefit of the Schultz Foundation, so the extra 5, and then because we have excess members, we split the remainder between the 2 other charities that are up that were nominated and picked.
Right.
I can tell you the biggest challenge.
Okay.
So the biggest challenge is next meeting. I nominated a group, Mary nominated a group, Penny Hamill nominated a group. So it's like...
But there are no losers. So that's how I look at it. There really are no losers.
Yes.
Because you walk away, like you said, each one walks away with something. And I love the fact that the charities nominated come from the members. So, that means something to them, to the people that are involved. I would say our biggest challenge is the venue, finding a good...
That's our more current venue.
Yeah.
That's So it's like right now, the space that we have is wonderful, but we've almost maxed it out in size.
Definitely.
And then after that, since we don't have any money as a group, as an organization, we don't have any money. So it's not like we can pay $500 for a rental fee. So we're really, really fortunate in that we've started getting sponsors to provide us with like food, appetizers, that sort of thing. So we're always looking for sponsors. And in fact, this in December 5th is our next giving event, and the sponsor for that is Festivities Catering. Jeannie Baxter.
I'm so excited.
Yeah. So that'll be really great. We'll get to taste her delicious food. But she is the sponsor. The KW Realtors, they were the sponsors before that. We've had Westford Remembers, Concord Oil. So we've had lots of different sponsors. It's approximately $300, and they provide the food. But moving forward, if in fact we continue to grow, then our next venue spot, it's like a bigger leap. We need a location that would be able to hold, let's say, 150 people, right? Or 125 people.
Because we've never had full capacity, right? It's usually like 70% something? Or
No, it's actually only about 40% attend.
Okay.
Yeah, approximately 40%, 40 to 45% attend. And then we have guests from the charities who come. So we typically have, it's been quite consistent that we have approximately 70 people in attending.
Okay.
So
you can hang on to Salou for a little while then.
We can.
Yeah.
For a little bit.
But keep an eye out for other venues.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bamboo got tight quickly.
Very quickly.
Yeah. And I couldn't be around crowds, and so I didn't get to many Bamboo ones, but they were really tight. Yeah. This is a nice location.
It is.
It is. Yeah, but it works, but it's a little tight.
Yeah, our first one was at Frolic and Detour in Acton, and that was a lovely setting and everything, but we very quickly realized that we were going to grow out of that one fast.
Right.
So then Bamboo was very generous in allowing us to have our events there, and then we grew out of that. So then came Salute. So
Yep.
But we take things one day. It's a a good problem to have, right?
It is, right? That we're growing.
Yes, it's a good
so
problem.
tell us, Andrea, how much money have we awarded in impact? We've
Yeah.
been in the chapters was established
In it'll be 2 years in March.
Okay.
Right. So we've had 7 giving events. So right now we have basically our meetings are 1 hour long. So we start out with a cocktail hour, appetizers, that sort of thing, and then from 6:30 to 7:30 is our giving event. So essentially, in 7 hours' time, we have donated approximately $83,000. In addition, another $15,000 from the Schultz Family Foundation.
Right.
So that puts us at right about $100,000.
which is
Awesome.
amazing.
Amazing.
You must be so happy.
Yeah, well, I mean, I certainly didn't do this by myself.
Yeah.
So, it's
Don't let her fool you. She does
it's
the
very humbling.
lion's share.
So,
Until recently, I didn't even know how to find like any of the documents or anything else. So, Andrea really is the heart of it and runs a very efficient ship, so to speak.
Oh, thank you.
Do a
But-
great job.
I'm so impressed by the generosity of so many of the people there because you get to know so many. Oh yeah, there she is. And I'm amazed. I'm just amazed at the integration of so many people in their interests, like Westford Remembers and people like that. All of those.
Yep.
those
Or
groups.
like with the case of the Merrimack Valley Food Bank, pantry, whatever it's called there. But there were people that came as part of that in case they had to, work the room or talk or
Yeah.
anything. And then they joined,
right.
which is great. So
and it's not just a Westford organization. We
Right.
have people who are from Chelmsford and Littleton, Pepperell, Groton, Nashua. My sister-in-law in New Jersey, she's a member too.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so which
that's
is really
exciting.
I like that you just take my $100 every quarter and do something
Yeah.
good with it.
nice. Right.
I really like that part.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
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 Fascinating. I just realized I probably didn't announce it as a tax, anything. I didn't even consider it as tax. It's a donation, right?
Yep.
It's a donation.
It's a
Each
donation.
quarter you do get the receipt
Yes.
indicating that
Yeah.
it's tax deductible.
Yeah.
So
Excellent.
Something
Well,
you're gonna have
let's
to
go back
talk to your
there 2
accountant
years and
about,
fix
Mary.
Carl says, "You don't have any more?"
yeah. But it's fun though because like we have raffle prizes and somebody like Jeannie Morrissey is perfect for giving out the raffles and
Oh my
everything.
gosh.
So we have like lots of community donation with that and giving everything from restaurant gift cards to flowers to whatever. So that's been really fun. We also do collections at each
So
of
we'll
our
talk about
events. So we've done everything from collecting food and hats and gloves for, the homeless in Lowell or feminine care and toiletry products or, we'll be doing toys for,
For the love of
for the
Erica.
love of Erica.
Is what we're-
Oh, good. Oh, for
So
Laura.
it's great.
Yeah, great. Yeah,
so
good.
it's great because then you just bring it to the meeting and we have boxes to collect up the goods. We did socks, we did, gloves. So yeah, toys this time.
Yeah, toys. So that'll be fun.
That will be fun.
Yeah.
Very
Beautiful.
holiday-ish. I like it.
Yeah, and then even, the food, our leftover food, we packaged that up and, the leftover food went to the Daybreak Shelter.
Yeah, Penny.
Of
Yeah,
course she
took
does.
it.
She's
Yeah.
really good about that.
Yep.
She's very good.
Yeah, it's some of our food's gone to the police and fire departments. It's so trying to touch a lot of different people in a small area, and so
And it's giving on top of giving on top of giving, which
Yes.
is really
Yeah.
kind of nice.
Yeah,
So, do you participate in any national groups? Like, are you? Do you feel like 100 Women of Greater Westford is just kind of a single unit, or is there much camaraderie and networking with other 100 or giving groups?
So there's a Facebook page that's really active. Is part of the 100 Alliance. So it's like both men, women, that sort of thing. So you collaborate with that. Grapevine is both our communication and donation platform. And what they have started is a mentorship program, which I don't think I told you about this, but so I am now a mentor to a woman in Austin, Texas, who's starting a group. Hers is more for women and gender equity, and hers is, the setup is different in that she's into like graphic design. It's women of the arts and gender equity, I think is what they call it. So it's people from Boston, Colorado, wherever, who are getting together on a national level, like through Zoom, and have their meetings. So that's been kind of fun.
And so you've been mentoring her
Yeah.
on Grapevine and how to make that work the best for them.
Exactly.
I will say, too, that Andrea, before she even brought anyone in, she had already gone to another meeting, a different chapter. They were more than happy to kind of open up to, answer your questions. And,
awesome.
And so, and we've had people come from other chapters to our
Right.
and donate to ours as well as theirs, I think. So there's definitely a camaraderie of it.
Right.
And we have some sweet merchandise too. So if you see someone with the 100 Women emblem on their, I like the windbreaker, but the pajama pants were very popular.
And the pink T-shirts are the most comfortable. My entire family, all the boys, Tony, all the girlfriends, we all have the pink T-shirt.
Oh my!
And it's super comfy. It's awesome.
Okay, we'll have to see next meeting where those are. Yes.
Yep.
Well, I love what Jeannie Morrissey, she
models it.
She models everything. She's cute and little, and she's really funny.
Full of life.
Full of life.
She
Absolutely.
is. She's
So,
perfect.
Yeah, so it's Frontline Promotions, Donna Lobo and Frontline Promotions, that they're the ones that are taking care of all of our apparel. So thank you to them as well.
Right.
Yeah, and we have a link on the website, right? So what's the information if you want to join or find out more information?
So you go to our website, it's 100 Women Who Care Westford, and all the information is there. There's links to our next meeting, how to nominate, if you want apparel, if you want to sponsor, who have we given to, what kind of impact have we had. So there's information there for everything. So you join, there's both a commitment form and the Grapevine donation site. And if anyone has any questions or, just email us, and we're happy.
Andrea's on it, let me just say. Even though this is not all you do. You do a lot of other volunteering. You also, is it knitting that you're doing? What do you do? Crochet? Which one is that?
That is definitely not a special talent of mine. So, I was taking knitting class. So they were basically taking my money at that point because I was not doing very well at all.
Being left-handed, I can only purl.
But I teach English to refugees through the International Institute of New England. They're a refugee organization both in Boston, Lowell, and Manchester. So I help on Tuesdays and Thursdays. As a volunteer, I teach English to refugees.
Wonderful.
Super rewarding. It keeps me in teaching, but in a different capacity. And truly, they are some of the bravest, strongest people, committed people I've ever met. So
very inspiring.
It is amazing. And congratulations and thank you. Thank you for doing that, to touch people's lives that way.
Thanks.
Before we wrap up, Mary, is there anything else we haven't covered?
I just want to say, I just think it's a genius concept, and it just appeals to just so many people crosswise. It's apolitical, thank you. Goodness gracious, I'm so happy about that. And we don't have to talk about serious, but we can touch people who touch. We touch people, they touch us, which is what happens at this event. Thank you so very much for everything.
Thank you,
do.
Andrea.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me. Great.